Hi, I'm Dr. Helen Su from Hella Mental Health. If you're new to learning about Asian American mental health, I've heard people say things like, nobody's doing this work, and actually it's not true. So I think it's really a great idea to know about some really great Asian American mental health organizations that you can read up a lot if you want to know about Asian American mental health. So in just a few minutes, let me introduce you to just a few of my favorites. Asian American mental health orgs for you to know. I'm going to start out, of course, with the Asian American Psychological Association. AAPA is 50 years old now, and it also publishes the Asian American Journal of Psychology. Now, that's a professional journal that if you're really interested in the most up-to-date research and all the top names in those studying Asian American psychology, AAJP is the journal you can look for. They also have an Asian American Therapist Directory. They do work in policy and advocacy, including testifying before the United States Congress. They provide professional development and support for those who are students or professionals in psychology. There's an annual conference where people present work and you get to network, and a lot of mentoring and leadership development opportunities, like a leadership development initiative. And it's really where I've often said I really grew up as a graduate student and was mentored and guided into my career. They do a lot of community work and collaborations as well with community organizations, as well as academic, as well as our sister sibling organizations, for example, Association of Black Psychologists, Society of Indian Psychologists, the National Latinx Psych Association, Amina Psy, the Arab Middle Eastern North African Psych Association, and of course APA, the American Psychological Association. So AAPA has a lot to do with collaborations as well. You can see all kinds of events that they have, poster sessions at our conference, fundraisers, networking. So if you can follow AAPA on their Instagram, Facebook, or anything like that, you can keep up to date on current events. If you're a student or a professional, there's also divisions within the Asian American Psychological Association that might be of interest. So, for example, division focused on issues related to women, a division on South Asian Americans, a division on students for grad students and even undergrads, a division on Filipinx Americans, and a division on practice, so for clinicians. And that is a really great place to network and also learn from each other for students and professionals. We also have AAPA divisions on lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, and questioning Asian Americans, a division for multiracial heritage and adopted Asian Americans, a lot of great new research coming out there, a division focused on international students and professionals, and our newest division on Southeast Asian Americans. We also have an unofficial division, not a division, but a section focused on education, providing education opportunities about Asian American mental health. Another older, well-established and very respected organization to know about is based in Colorado, the National Asian American Pacific Islander Mental Health Association. Now, NAPIMA provides technical assistance and workforce training, so quality information about how to best serve AAPIs. If you look on their website, they have translated Asian language fact sheets, information that's reputable, a bibliography with thousands of articles on AAPI mental health topics, and they work with organizations that do youth and family-informed suicide prevention. NAPIMA also has the National Asian American Pacific Islander Empowerment Network, which features support, wisdom, and expertise of those with lived experiences of mental health issues, which is absolutely essential to understand Asian American mental health because it's a community topic, and those with lived experience have the wisdom and the support to help others as well, and great experts there. More recently is a collaboration that you should know about called the Lotus Project. Now, one of the key partners is one of my favorite local organizations where I am, which is RAMS, Richmond Area Multi-Service Agency in San Francisco. But RAMS has partnered with Public Health, the Trauma Network, but the Lotus Project is completely focused on the Center for Asian American and Asian Immigrant Child Trauma-Informed Care and prevention. This is where you can get access to expert training and consultation on work that focuses on Asian Americans. Because a lot of what's evidence-based or published actually didn't really do any studies on our communities. So the Lotus Project is really providing expertise to change that. Also, network building, if you're an organization or professional that wants to know more about partnering with people who have this expertise, Lotus Project is great for that, as well as advocacy and policy, ultimately. So you can look on their website. They've got recordings of really useful webinars and information. A much more recent but wonderful, powerful org is the Asian Mental Health Collective, AMHC. They have a great Asian therapist directory, community blog, mental health stories. Really important is the Lotus Therapy Fund, where people actually get grants for free therapy, up to 8 sessions that they will sponsor. So you can apply for the Lotus Therapy Fund. And there's an otherwise also resource directory about reputable information, all focused on Asian American mental health concerns. You can look at just this small example here of all kinds of events that they've made available publicly. The Asian American Mental Health Collective is a online remote national, international community, so you can actually access so many of these events online. Live webinars, community events, amazing experts from all across the world, all focused on AA, NHPI, mental health. They've had Transformation, virtual conferences, which are multi-expert, multi-lived experience events that you can watch and access online, even the ones that have passed. And they have support groups and spaces where you can actually learn and discuss and process with people who have similar interests and concerns. So these are some great orgs to know. Certainly they don't cover all the amazing organizations out there, but Asian Mental Health Collective is definitely one you want to follow on Instagram and Facebook. And one more that's local to my community is the Mental Health Association for Chinese Communities. I share a lot of their information even with people who don't live near me, because a lot of what they do is available, well, everything they do is available in Chinese. And often we'll hear from younger generation people, I don't know how to communicate to my family about mental health in their language. Like, I don't have the vocabulary or the words. MHAC has a lot of great information that's available online that you could share, and that a lot of people have told me they found useful. They provide support groups, resources, educational mental health information. They hold community events and outreach events, and there's even a helpline and an app. So their ultimate goal is to raise awareness, provide education, and really work to break down mental health stigma among Chinese American communities. And so it's valuable the way that they have volunteers, people with lived experience, families, and loved ones, all really sharing the ways that mental health concerns are something that affects all of us and that all of us can help support. So that's my roundup of my favorite Asian American mental health orgs to know. Just a starting point, but definitely go check out all their websites. I'll put all that information in the link.